How did I get in a rock and roll band? I was doing some interviews today and I realised that on the 4th of June 2016 I will have been a musician for 40 years. I know, it's scary that, isn't it? And that was the Sex Pistols, 4th of June 1976, when Barney and I, we were talking then. Left the gig and...
Was it the Lesser Free Trade Hall?
Yeah, we're going to
the one
form
that 20,000 people went to?
There weren't that many there that night. It was pretty awful actually, Sam.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was the attitude and the arrogance was so different to anything that you'd seen before. I mean, I'd seen Led Zeppelin, I think, the week before at the Hard Rock, and seeing the Sex Pistols just did something to you. It just flicked a switch, and I don't know what ever possessed me to think at that moment that I could play a musical instrument, because I'd never played one before, and to go home, you know, with that in your head. And then it became an ambition, and the drive to achieve it was paramount in your life. It really was all-encompassing. And it doesn't make any sense, because I still, you know, I was doing that Asking the Classical last week, and I was watching all those wonderful people in the orchestra read music. And, you know, he said to me then, before, I said, are you getting up for the end? It's For Love Will Tear Us Apart. And he said to me, what key is it in?
And what was your answer? I don't know. I don't know. So, can you imagine saying to Paul McCartney, what key she loves you? I don't know, mate. She loves you.
Yeah, but it is, you know, it's the horses for courses, isn't it? You know, the orchestra, I remember when we did the orchestral thing with James for versus Cancer, and me and Rowetta were doing Atmosphere with the orchestra with Tim out James, and it was wonderful. So we said, can we extend the end? You know, it sounds so gorgeous. Can we extend it? You know, let's play it for another 16 bars, 24 bars or something. And the guy said, no, we won't be able to do that. And I said, why? And he said, because we've got no paper for the photocopier. And I said, what do you mean? That's what's that got to do with it? And he went, because the orchestra can't play unless they've got a piece of paper, so we can't copy it. Because when the paper runs out, they stop. And that was just absolutely
It's
bizarre.
surreal, that, isn't it?
Yeah, but you know, I mean, I suppose in a way you're all musicians, but completely different kind of musicians.
I hadn't seen an orchestra ever in my life till Christmas 2014, and saw the BBC got this Northwest film. I had never seen. When you watch,
never seen an orchestra till 2014.
Never. All right, leave it, mate. Leave it out, mate. All right.
Open